Picking up where we left off at the end of our last lesson, we ask, what's so wrong with informational debris? What's so wrong, especially when, as is so often the case, the enlightened authority of our day is highly regarded within our local church? Why does Jesus demand a choice for these words of his and against those words of theirs? As he will reveal in his words that follow, the reason why is because of what's at stake, because of what you stand to lose if you don't. Let's begin. Therefore, anyone who hears these words of mine and puts them into practice is like a wise man who built his house on the rock. The rain came down, the streams rose, and the winds blew and beat against that house. And that house, in this conclusion to the Sermon on the Mount, is a metaphor depicting your life. It depicts how to live your life now, wisely, building it upon a foundation that will withstand the seasonal storms of later. Make no mistake, those seasonal storms of later are lining up on the horizon right now. Go, get up. Take a look out your window. See that darkness on the horizon? Now, truth proves itself to be truth during the testing of these storms of later. Truth is proven to be a firm foundation. On the other hand, informational debris is proven to be here 1 second and forever gone the next, sand. Jesus, in broadcasting this fact of life about these seasonal storms of later, knows that planet Earth is a Calcutta of informational debris. He does not want us building our lives upon a debris-riddled landfill, but upon a bedrock of his truth. Back in the text, therefore, everyone who hears these words of mine and puts them into practice is like a wise man who built his house on the rock. The rain came down, the streams rose up, and the winds blew and beat against that house, yet it did not fall because it had its foundation on the rock. But everyone who hears these words of mine and does not put them into practice is like a foolish man who built his house on sand. The rain came down, the streams rose up, and the winds blew and beat against that house, and it fell with a great crash. The fool's life, as forecasted in this metaphor, reminds me of another passage, a passage from God's wisdom literature, the book of Proverbs. We'll take a quick look at that passage in our next lesson.